Good morning. How are you today? Well, it's cold and sunny, and that's pretty good. The Supremes have the Voting Rights Act case today, and I hope they don't mishandle it. But I'm very sorry that none of our commentators choose to critique the Justice Department for not changing its position that these two violations of individual voting rights out in Arizona, why didn't they protest? The old administration, I understand that, but what's wrong with this Justice Department? And we talk about the case, but we don't talk about this critical thing jumping out at us. The law enforcement arm of our government is not saying to the Supreme Court, this is wrong and shouldn't happen. So that's number one. Number two, I think about the $1.9 trillion bill. I am annoyed that some people off the Hill keep saying, why can't we have in the bill a minimum wage? Well, the votes aren't there, gang. Hello. And you could have a vote and lose it. And what's the value of that? And particularly to do it when you have the parliamentarian telling you that it's not germane and shouldn't be part of a bill that has to do with the budget reconciliation. By the same token, I wish my friends on the Democratic side would not include in the bill things like a metro system from Silicon Valley to San Francisco. I think that's the same thing the Republicans did. We can't do that stuff and claim the higher ground. Anyhow, that's me. The third thing that I find upsetting is go back to January the 5th. The FBI office in Norfolk came across intelligence that on January the 5th, they had intelligence that said there was basically going to be war on the Hill, that people were going to be hurt, and there was going to be mayhem, and there was going to be an effort to see that Trump became our president, okay? Now this gets transmitted from the Norfolk office to FBI, and somehow or other, no one acts upon it. Now there've been questioning on the Hill, and at least one senator from Connecticut, Blumenthal, former U.S. attorney, very smart man, pressed the head of the FBI, Wray, saying, so what happened to it? Where did it go? And there's like a dance about it, like, oh, why do you ask? What do you care? And the answer should be something like, well, we've talked to who transmitted it. We have interviewed who received it. We have asked why it wasn't passed on. But people don't drill down to the investigation that would answer those questions. Now, I believe it was purposefully slowed down at the Bureau or on the Hill or in both places. And it's because there was unconsciously or consciously a decision to help the insurrection. Okay, until that's the hypothesis anyhow, the investigative hypothesis we should be testing. So we asked these guys, so what do you think? I don't know, this shit happens. That's their answer. Not satisfactory. And I would be very nervous about keeping Wray, because if Trump could trust Wray, we can't trust Wray. I'm sorry, but this really shouldn't be very complicated, I think. So those are a couple of my thoughts today. And I'll be back tomorrow. And if the weather's anything like it is here where you are, you should get out a little bit today. Breathe that air, especially clean country air. There must be some of that left. So be well, and I'll talk to you soon tomorrow. Bye-bye.